Hello, thank you for watching this video. Something I want to state before I continue is this video is intended for the basic understanding of the different stages of a trigger pull. This video is not meant by any means to provide advanced shooting techniques or to cover all topics, all scenarios, all firearms. Particularly today, we're going to be talking about striker-fired handguns. Although some of these principles may apply to other firearms as well. And we're going to start real quick by doing a safety check on the firearm. There is no magazine, as well as there is no ammunition in the chamber. Whenever we pull a trigger, there's a few stages. The first stage is called the take-up. So from the point of where the trigger is at right now, we're going to start pulling on the trigger and we're going to feel a point of resistance at a certain point in the travel of the trigger. That is called the wall. Once we go past the wall, then that is the point where the trigger will break, the firearm will cycle, and then when we release the trigger, we're going to hit the reset. Once we're at the reset, we will already be at the wall. Ideally, you want to shoot from the wall. What that means is you don't necessarily want to shoot your gun from the trigger and then go all the way back. You can do that. If you're able to do that smoothly, that's great. But again, ideally, you want to shoot from the wall. So to hit the wall, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start depressing the trigger. And there's the take-up. We're at the wall right here. Once we're at the wall, if we keep depressing the trigger, it will break. Once the trigger breaks, shot will go ahead and go out. And we're going to go, and now we're going to look at the reset. The reset is the point that the trigger is ready to be pulled again, which will then go ahead and discharge the next round. For the reset, there's going to be an audible and tactile feedback that you're going to receive. Some guns, it's a little bit more audible than others. Some guns, it's a little bit more tactile than others. It just depends on your firearm. This firearm is a Glock 19 Gen 3 9mm. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to listen and feel for the trigger reset. There's the reset. Once we reach the reset, we're now ready to go ahead and fire the next round. So from the reset point, we're going to go ahead and press the trigger. The shot's now going to break. Once the firearm cycles, we're then going to go ahead, go to the reset again. Again, ideally, you want to shoot from the reset. What happens if I go past the reset? Well, if you go past the reset, the trigger is just going to go forward until it's all the way out. So all the slack is out of the trigger. Again, you can fire the firearm from this point and just pull straight back. But ideally, best practice is to fire from the wall. So if you're breaking off your first shot, we're going to go ahead and find the wall. Once we're at the wall, we're going to fire from there. Once the firearm cycles, we're going to go find that reset. And we'll fire from there. I have another example here. I have a Glock 20 SF Generation 3. It's clear. There is no ammunition in the firearm. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go do the take-up. We hit the wall. We're at the wall right there. We're going to keep depressing the trigger. The shot's going to break. Firearm's going to cycle. Once it cycles, we're going to go ahead. Wait for the next shot. So to summarize everything, the stages of the trigger pull is this. Take up, the amount of travel the trigger has before you hit the wall. The wall, which is the point of resistance right before the shot will break off. Once the trigger breaks, there's going to be the reset. So once the firearm cycles, we're going to go ahead and we're ready to look for that reset. Once we're at the reset, we're able to fire the next shot. So there's take up, the wall, and the reset. Thank you for watching.